God, it's Friday. This is the Rock Show with Feelgood and Ace, and Ace has left the building. Yes, 5 o'clock. My computer is acting up. My computer having to say goodbye to Ace, I guess. Hey, joining me in the studio, I got one half of the perfect pair. I got Michael Kermec in the studio here from the YMA Awards.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
And the YMA Awards, this was your brainstorm, right?
Bit of a brainstorm, bit of a steal from other cities that I've seen at work. I did a little research last year on it and saw some different ideas I really liked and saw how it really picked up the music scene in those areas.
Right. Well, the thing is now, there's another local music awards thing that they do around here, but, you know, I didn't really grasp that feeling that much from that event. But this event that you guys got going on, the way it's set up, especially with the voting, the way it's going to work, I think it's fantastic. I think it's a fantastic idea. I think it's something that Youngstown desperately needed.
Yes.
And like Leadfoot was just saying, I think it's long overdue. This is something that should have been done many years ago. And you're actually pretty good on the 21 News. You're starting to like that seat down there, don't you?
I do. I'm trying to get a gold spot down there.
That's like twice this year you've been on there.
Yeah, and people think I'm actually on the news. I have people Facebook message me saying, can you get me on there?
Well, it is your one profile pic.
Yeah. It's funny.
Weatherman Mike.
The Rock Report, you know?
And you'd be surprised how many people actually see that. I mean, I've been on there a couple times. It's amazing just how many people watch the news.
Wait, you're not on the news?
No, Tommy, I'm not. No.
That's right. I forgot. Everybody wants to lock up Tommy's hair here. I forgot about that.
I got the scissors ready.
I got hair clippers.
Rambo knife.
That'll work.
Anybody got an axe? No. So the YMA Awards, how long? Now that took quite a while to get that going, didn't it?
You know what? It did, but once it started, pick up a little steam, it went from there, and it got pretty crazy. And I heard you guys talking about why there wasn't a songwriter category with Bobby.
Rick already
with his originals.
Rick already contacted me on that. I guess that's the original band section then.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling Bobby. We got to get him nominated in that section there.
Yeah, and thank you to Rick if he's listening out there. He's been a huge help for me. I mean, I don't know anything about the computer, the internet, anything like that. I can do a couple things on there, but Rick really took that section for me, and he's doing a great job on keeping up with everyone. I mean, I think he's up to over 200 nominations, and he has to go through those and plug the information in. So
right, and plus he's got to get the release form and all that filled out.
Chase down people.
There's a lot of work that goes into it.
There is a ton.
And now, when are you actually going to be planning to do the ceremony event? That's going to be at the rodeo, correct?
November 30th. Yes.
November 30th
Yep.
at the rodeo.
Right.
Now, here's the big question. I've had a lot of people ask me about this. You got Left End is going to be basically playing. That's like the big headliner there, Left End.
Yes.
Now there's going to be guys sitting in singing with them.
Right.
I know Jimmy from Huck Boys is one.
Yes.
Who's the other guys?
John Uhas from Leadfoot.
Okay.
Also, we have Daniel Butch. Now, they're still working in some people. I believe Leanne Binder may be in there, too.
Well, that'd be nice.
And I think Ashley may do something, too.
So this is going to be... Now, you have are any other bands going to be playing at this event, or not? You don't know yet?
I did get some confirmation, and we'll release it here. I believe Lazarus is going to reunite for some songs out there, too.
So this is going to be like an event of the year.
Well, that's what I wanted. I wanted something different other than the bands that people can go out and see. I wanted that stage to be something that's really prestigious. That it's an honor to get up on that stage on that night and play.
Right.
So, but I do want to have some current bands playing up there also.
You know, it would be an idea, especially here at Youngstown State, because we do have a film department. I was wondering, maybe we can get some of these students that have a project for film student. Maybe they come down and record the whole event.
Put it together for me, Bill. Help me out.
I just thought of the idea.
I've been going off the cuff with a lot of this stuff, so
we got the $20,000-$30,000 TV cameras.
Yeah.
I've used them a couple times, and they're not that heavy, but man, it's like when you're holding them cameras in your hands, like, man, please don't let me drop it. But now the event, the biggest thing, this is what real people want to know. Tickets. Is there going to be tickets for this event?
There is. I'm trying to keep it pretty low. I'm thinking around $10, $12 per ticket. I just have to weigh out what else I have to make up for in the money without having to actually pull it out of my pocket to cover it. So.
Right. Well, so I was actually thinking more. I was thinking I would have made.
I heard you guys. Yeah, no. We're in Youngstown, so I don't want to blow it up to a $25 ticket price.
Well, no, I won't think of it like that. But I get $10 sounds good though. But
somewhere between 10 and 15, I was thinking for the event.
Thing, now the sponsors, you got 93.3 The Wolf is one of the sponsors. Well, Hubbard Music's another one.
Hubbard Music, Cricket's Bar, Leon's Bar. Recently, Lost Guy was signed on with us.
Okay.
Mine Rocket Studios, who does a lot of recordings for local bands around here. 13 Studios, who's a buddy of mine that does a lot of recordings out in Cleveland.
Right.
He's out there. Got a couple more in there. There's a couple doctor's offices, maybe a CPA. I just asked everyone. I was like, hey, you want to help out? This is a chance to get with us here and do it.
Now, all the categories that are for the YMAs, there's quite a few categories. There's something for everybody. A bass player, guitar player, female singer, best rock band, best country band.
Yes.
The list goes on and on. If you guys want to see what categories there are, go to youngstownmusicawards.com, and you can see all the different categories for the Youngstown Music Awards.
Now let me correct you here. www.ytown Music Awards. I could not. I tried to buy Youngstown Music Awards, but someone bought it years ago, never used it, and they didn't want to sell it to me.
Do you know how actually I get to it? This is how I used to get to it. Is I just go to the Facebook page, Youngstown Music Awards Facebook page, click on About, and then there's a link there. You click on it, takes you right there. It's the quickest, easiest way to get to it.
Thank you.
And now the thing is, now with the awards, now are you going to have presenters?
CD93.3 is tentatively going to be the host of the event.
Okay.
They're going to bring out people, but I do plan on having different people give out the awards in the categories.
Right, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
like you see on TV, basically the same kind of settings.
So let's take the hip-hop category and the urban category. I might have Cameron Penny, Lucky Penny, who was on 101.9 for a while around here. Now he's in California, but he comes back around. I just met with him. He's thinking about taking that section over for me because I'm not real hip with the hip-hop that's around this area right now. You know, I know the Boondocks, a great friend of mine.
Yes, you are, Mike.
I try to be, but yeah.
Now the event, there's going to be other bands playing there. So how long is this event going to be? How long do you think it's going to take to do the event?
It's on a Sunday, so I wanted to have it set more like the Grammys, maybe like a 5 to 10.
Okay.
And then we're kind of just taking blocks. You know, maybe the first half hour is original music. The second half hour, 20 minutes, might be the urban category. Then, get through the categories that way and just put it in blocks.
Is there a limit to how many people can be nominated in one category?
No limit.
So you can have actually maybe 30 people nominated for, say, best guitar player.
Right. They just have to fit the qualifications. They're from this area. They play in this area.
And now the voting, who can vote? Can you vote as many times as you want?
You can vote as once per month, I think is how our computer system is set up.
Okay, so each person, so you have to put your email address in or something
like that.
Log in, and so you're allowed to vote. So you can actually vote twice then, because the voting starts July 1st.
Right.
So.
And that was one thing, I thought, oh my God, that's like 3 full months of voting but I want people to go to that site. I want them to see the artists, the musicians that are on there, and check them out.
Right.
So.
But that's the best thing is also when the people are nominated. When you click on their picture, there's actually links to their Facebook pages or whether it be whatever or their .com.
Right.
So it's one way. It's nice for people that don't know, say like Leadfoot or Bobby Fritz here. People that don't know who they are, they see their picture. At least there they can click on their website, find out more information about them.
And that's been happening a lot. I've actually had a lot of bands tell me, hey, our Facebook page likes up, our Reverb Nation went up after we put our information on there. We had some people message us saying, hey, we got to check out your music. We found you on here. When's the next time you're playing out?
Well, I know
that's the positives about it.
Actually, me and Ace have actually gotten some emails from the YMAs Awards. So it is working. It's doing its job.
Yes.
And which is basically what it was designed to do, was to get the information out there to people in Youngstown, in the surrounding areas. Hey, Youngstown's not dead. We got musicians. We got the bands. And years ago, the scene wasn't as big as it is today. By far, there was so many good, and they're good bands. They're not like they're garbage bands. most of the bands now that are in the Youngstown area are just fantastic. Whether it be a two-piece act like Perfect Pair,
Thank you.
or the Leadfoot or Bobby Fritz doing a solo act
Right.
tonight and tomorrow, or not tonight, tomorrow night at the Halligan Bar.
And tonight.
Well, tonight he's doing a duet tonight.
Oh, okay.
So tonight's with Christine. So, I mean, the thing is, it's one way to get everybody out there, get their attention, what's going on. And I even talked to a couple people. I won't mention their names. I don't know if they want me to. But one was the senator I ran into the other day, and he actually mentioned me about the Youngstown Music Awards. He goes, "You know who's in charge of that?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "I think it's a fantastic idea."
Yeah.
So, but I won't drop his name on the radio.
That's good. I've had a couple high-rated officials get in touch with me about the event, and we may have them hosting an award, giving out an award.
Right.
Some big
Well,
names.
that's what I was going to say. I mean, if you get people like maybe a senator or people that are famous, or even Laura Ludwig from that interviewed you, have maybe her, or well, she'll probably be
Lauren.
due by then.
Right. I think she was 7 months, I think. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you get like TV cast or stuff like that coming out and
They
presenting
should
an
be there.
award.
I think they'll be there, too.
So, I mean, I look at it this way. This kind of event is the who's who of everybody. It's not just the people that are nominated. It's the people that are going to be attending the event.
Right.
And I think you're going to see basically the who's who of Youngstown is going to be at this event.
Right. And one other thing that we are trying to get into right now, I recently connected with a charity known as the Creative Bridge Coalition, who really tries to do fundraising for kids with autism and musical programs. So, people are screaming, "What are you going to do with the money?" Well, I'd like to give it to a charity, give a portion of these proceeds to them, and, have a way to give back from this thing. So every year we can do that and set this and kind of set a precedence with it.
Right. Well, that's a good thing, because one thing about being an entertainer, whether you be a DJ or a radio or a band, is you have the power to raise money, to raise funds for people that really truly need it.
Right.
And you did a lot of benefits out of the Brick House.
Yeah.
And which was fantastic. I mean, I have not met one person yet that said anything bad about you at all.
I
mean,
you haven't been on Facebook.
I'm usually the one that's getting the bad response. But people, they got so much respect for you, especially for doing this event, the Youngstown Music Awards. And as far as the Perfect Pair goes, I've been trying to get both of you in here on the studio.
She's tough. She costs a lot of money.
What
She costs a lot
happened?
more than me.
I want to know, we're going to jump off the Youngstown Music Awards for a bit. What happened with the America's Got Talent? Because I know you guys
we received
tried out
notification at the beginning of March, because the show, they were advertising the show, and I was thinking, we didn't hear anything yet, what's going on? Finally, after I saw the advertisements for the show, about a week later, we received an email saying, "Sorry, didn't make the cut this year, try again next year." And then the audition that we were at, I have not seen anyone from that audition that we were in. I saw it was actually the very first night they started it at the Manhattan auditions.
Right.
And when they spanned past the crowd there, we could see people that we recognized, but that was it. We didn't see anyone really get on stage that was in there with us at that time.
Right. Well, I don't know. The America's Got Talent, I think, is a great idea. I'd like to see someone do something like that here in Youngstown. Would be an idea. But here's another idea. Back to the Youngstown Music Awards again. I like to jump around.
Yeah.
Here's another idea. Besides, as far as the filming, I was wondering maybe, I don't know. I'm going to throw it out there because I know they're listening. Maybe we get like someone like a local event like the CW or something, actually cover the event.
I'm actually supposed to throw some information together for them, which, I do have a normal job. Once I get off work, I have probably about 30, 40 messages waiting that I have to get to. So I've been trying to get the information to the CW about the event, and they said they do want to be part of it.
There you go. I mean, cause like I said, the Youngstown Music Awards, I did have a few people be like, to them it's like no big deal. And to me, I think this is like the greatest event the Youngstown's ever had, especially with Left End coming together for this event. I mean, it's just, you cannot not be excited about this event.
Right.
I mean, I think it's a fantastic idea. I think my hats are off to you. I mean,
Thank you.
I know you put a lot of hard work into this event, and it had to be frustrating to get this going.
And this just goes, I want it to be an inaugural event, and I'm actually trying to get together like a Youngstown Music Association that could kind of take this off my hands for the next coming years, and we can have a board where they can kind of just make these decisions, and it's not just on me, because you know, if anything happens, people are going to point the finger right at me. I'm the only person really to point the finger, and I want to get away from that.
Right. Well, that's yeah. Especially when you're in a limelight like that. If anything goes wrong, there's a
It's
disaster.
me.
Yeah, they're like, Mikey, screw that thing. Jimmy, what the hell's wrong with that?
Yep. Boycott Perfect Pair.
Now, Perfect Pair. Back to Perfect Pair. Now, Perfect Pair. How long have you and Ashley been together now?
St. Patrick's Day last year was our first show. And, you know, she was playing with a group called Redline, who was really popular around this area, a big band. And I got to see her at the old Rosetta Stone in downtown Youngstown. And this band was playing. I seen her in a full set. She sang one song, and she was off to the side. And I was looking at these guys like, you got 4 guys up front of the stage, and she's off to the side over here. And it just didn't seem right. So I grabbed her and said, hey, you know, why don't we give this a shot? I want to try just acoustic guitar. I think you have a great voice. I think it would mix well with an acoustic.
Right.
And she was standoffish for about the first 3 or 4 months.
Well, that's, you know, the thing is I've had a lot of people ask me about Perfect Pair. When it comes to for the acoustic, the duet, I mean, yours and Ashley's name gets brought up more than anybody else's. Sorry, Bobby. No offense.
They've been together longer.
But Ashley, she just has a great voice. And when you guys, we did the event, me and Ace did the event with you guys down there with the Huck and Phil Blaze at Crickets.
Right.
And you guys, when you guys did Blurred Lines, it blew my mind. I'm watching Mike sitting here playing guitar to Blurred Lines. And I should pull up that video. It was priceless. Now you guys play a lot. Where are you guys playing at next?
Actually, we are opening up for Leadfoot in Jack's basement tonight, I think. No, we played the 28th in Geneva.
In Geneva.
We're going to have to go get more beer if you guys were
We should have had you guys team up with Bobby and play at the Halligan Bar tomorrow night.
That
would have
fun.
been an idea.
Yes.
That would have been that's a show. So I know they're
I'd like
listening.
to play with another acoustic sometime.
So that's what I was saying. I mean,
It's just so raw with me sometimes up there. I'd like to bring someone in, you know, almost to do a little thing back and forth and have some fun with
we
it.
talked about that before.
Yeah.
Is getting maybe 3 or 4 acoustic acts together and just do like a sit down, like a benefit dinner type thing or something. I think that would work.
Yeah, and people around here are great. I mean, I'm sure Bobby would do something like that. You know,
Right.
we would do something like that.
And there's a lot of people out there now doing acoustic sets together. I mean, Vindy's, you know, I met them thanks to you on that one.
Right.
They're doing a fantastic job. They're always downtown. Then there's Perfect Pair. You got Bobby and Christina doing stuff together. Even Scholar's Bane's now doing an acoustic set together.
Now Edison's Medicine, you know,
Edison's
they've recently
Medicine.
started doing some acoustic stuff
Well,
out there
also the
too.
Perfect Pair, we opened for Eric Martin at the rodeo when he came through.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you got
Unfortunately, the weather was
Mr.
crap,
Big
and
himself.
There wasn't hardly any people there.
Plus you got Bridget from the Fringe. She's doing acoustic set.
That's a great job, too.
She's fantastic. I
Well,
mean,
a lot of venues, you know, that can't afford a band or don't have the room for a band, you know,
Right.
it just makes
So they're
more
looking
sense
for it.
to,
what's like
you know,
Ace?
they still want live entertainment, so they'll bring in an acoustic act.
Right. It's like Ace's place out, MJ's Pub. I mean, they got a lot of people in there, but it's a small place. I mean, it's very small. You couldn't put a band in there, but you could easily put an acoustic act in there. And it would be a great idea. But there's a lot of little bars here in Youngstown they can't afford to bring in a big band, for one. So the acoustic act's always a little bit cheaper, and it's a better setting.
Right.
And especially like restaurants, like Bridget's always doing Los Galos. I mean, you're in Los Galos, you're eating dinner, you don't want,
Drums.
yeah, you don't want your head pounding,
Sorry.
you know.
Drums.
So we're like I said, we're talking for Leadfoot here about what they thought their intake was on, and they said it was long overdue for this Youngstown
that.
Music Awards, and I'm actually looking forward to it. And
And what's great is a lot of bands have really jumped on and have helped me out a ton in
Right.
this, and throwing together this event with ideas and what they want to see too, and that's been a big help.
well, I know I've personally nominated a few people on there because a lot of bands I've been lucky enough to run into in the last few weeks that no one's heard of, and they are local bands. I was like, my God! I mean, I got a band coming on next week, Blue Through Branches, and the girl is just fantastic. And problem is, they're playing tonight against me, so I'm not mentioning where they're at. No, I will. They're going to be at Cedars tonight. But there's so many good singers out there that people have not heard of, as well as bands. There's a lot of bands out there no one's heard of. And with the Youngstown Music Awards, there's bands on there. I was checking out the people that are nominated. There's some on there. I'm like, who the hell are
Yeah,
that?
but it makes you curious. You want to go, you want to check them out and see what
Right.
they're about, what kind of music they're doing.
And when I get a chance, it's me for what I do, because I go out and I try to videotape everybody, and I throw them on our Facebook page, and I get a lot of good responses out of that. There are people like, man, I've never heard, like when I did, the last one I did was Fetish, and people are like, man, I never heard Fetish play before. Now I got to go check them out.
They're a fun band, really
And
good.
the Blue Siren, there was nobody there to see them play. I posted their videos, and I've had people flood me like, we got to get them back to Youngstown. It's like, yeah, you missed a good band. And so it's nice with the Youngstown Music Awards. It's the same thing. It's like you go on there, you click on someone's picture, you don't know who they are, go to their Facebook page, check them out, and then come out in public and see them play.
Right.
And it's nice. You guys just got done doing. Well, you guys, wait a minute. I'm trying to think. I need a secretary. You guys do so many events. You guys are everywhere. You always do a lot of. You do a lot of benefits.
Nah, I've only done 2 benefits. I do a lot of bookings for bars.
Yeah, you do a lot of bookings.
Yeah.
Well, we had a lot of fun. We did the Tone Look thing.
Yeah, that was great.
That was a blast, Tone Look. We need to do more events down there.
Where?
At Club Utopia. We need to do more events there.
I don't know
Not a
about
good
that
idea.
place. Nah. Yeah, I kind of ran into some trouble down there. Not the trouble that you guys would think.
Hey, I heard their former lead singer might be auditioning down there. No, just kidding. Oh, I had to go there one more time. I sure had to go there one more time. But hey, I'm going to take a quick break and we'll be back right after this. Speaking of local bands, how about a little bit of Love Turns to Hate? TGIF, thank God it's Friday. This is the Rock Show with Feelgood and Ace. We're coming to you live from the Kilcawley Center on beautiful Youngstown State University campus. In the studio with me, I have Bobby Fritz, Leadfoot, and Michael from Perfect Pair here. We're talking about the YMAs awards, and we got that all discovered. What else do you want to mention?
I do want to mention that another band that has signed on and told me they would like to be a part of it is White Noise.
Okay.
And I know Tommy knows them guys fairly well. Paul, the lead singer from White Noise, correct?
Paul Scour.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk much.
I know Paul very well. I just spoke with him the other day. He's all ready to go.
I should have had Leanne come in there and pull the strings in the back and talk. I had a bus.
Only at home.
We don't need to know what. Never mind.
I mean, I am open for more ideas on this because, again, I designed this wanting to have a lot of musicians in this area in on it, trying to help out. And that goes along with throwing together this board, this board, what I want to call the Youngstown Music Association, so they can get a little bit more involved with picking acts, with seeing, talking to people, seeing exactly what they want to see with this event.
One key thing I wanted to did mention, I've had a lot of bands, different bands, people from different bands, not a band in general, but people from different bands say they hope that this event doesn't get down to a popularity contest.
Yeah, I don't know how to...
I don't know. How do you handle that? I mean,
I hear people say that, too.
It's up to the fans to vote.
It is. It really is.
So, I mean, I think it's...
If they know you, they're going to vote for you.
Right.
But at the same time, again, to me, it's about the recognition. And I didn't mention this. I had a bar from Akron, a very well-known bar, that was actually heard about the event, and they were looking at some bands and said, hey, can we contact you about getting a hold of some of these bands to bring out to the bar? You know what, I'll give you their contact information. You call them and set it up with them.
Well, see, that's the thing. That for all the bands that I know out there listening, that was what the Youngstown Music Awards was designed for, is to get attention to you guys out there. I mean, not just the people, but the bands. I mean, especially other bands. If they're looking for another band to open up for them or get together and a bar wants 2 bands playing at night, you just don't want the bar to go ahead and find a band. You might not like the band.
Right.
So, I mean, here it gives you a chance for bands to get to know other bands. It brings everybody together, and the event is going to be on November 30th. It's going to be at the rodeo. When do you think the tickets are going to be going on sale for that?
Oh, probably about 3 months before the event.
3 months before the event?
Right.
And now the voting, for everybody out there that wants to get onto it, you got to go to
MusicAwards.com.
.com.
And voting starts July 1st. So right now, you guys can still nominate people around here.
Right.
So nominations end basically July 1st when the voting's going to start. So they have to have them in by then.
And the voting's going to end September 1st. So you got exactly 2 months to get the voting in.
Right.
And for all you people out there, if you like the guys here from Leadfoot or Bobby Fritz over here, most of them are all nominated in this categories. feel free to get on there on July 1st and vote for them. And Michael, you're nominated in there.
Yeah, and I'm still debating whether I should be or not. You know, a lot of people said, no, keep yourself in there. I said, you know what, it's one more thing that people are going to scream at me about.
I'm not voting for you.
Only if you win.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I know I haven't even mentioned you yet, but if you're going to vote for the best radio DJ, there is one nominated there that I do recognize.
Who is that, A.C. McCullough?
That's it. I got another
Facebook in our vote. Thank you for bringing that up.
Actually, I have not even mentioned that yet. I have not even said anything about that yet on Facebook. Everybody keeps asking when I'm going to say something about it.
Push it.
I'm waiting until July 1st, and I'll start talking about it. The less competition, the better. Right now, I've only got 3 competitors against me, so we'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a blast. I mean, if anything, it's like I said, what it was designed to do, it's doing its job. People are now getting to know other bands out there. I personally, myself, I have nominated people on there. I know I personally nominated 2 people from Blue Siren, because I just thought they were just absolutely just fantastic. I mean, any girl with that can play a bass like Jen can, and wants to get up and walk around the bar and have fun like Brian does.
Yeah.
Come on, that's entertaining to me. And their lead singer, John, he goes nuts up on stage. So, I mean, we're talking about the category for best guitar player. I mean, good God.
Some great guys that have been around here for a long time.
Best female singer. I mean, if you've seen the competition, and Ashley, Leah from Guys Without Ties, Leanne Viner's in there. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Bridget, yeah.
Bridget's on there. Sharon from Fetish on there. I mean, good God. I mean, it's up to you people out there listening. The voting's going to start July 1st, so log on to the website. Best thing to do, easiest way to do it, like their page on Facebook. Like their Facebook page at Youngstown Music Awards on Facebook. Like the page, and there's a link there that takes you right to the site where you can do the voting and see who's nominated and check out all the bands in the local area.
And also get away from that computer, get out there and see these bands.
That's it. I mean, put Candy Crush down for a minute and come on out. Hey, speaking of tonight, and like I said, tonight you got Bobby Fritz and Christine's going to be at the New Manhattan out in Hubbard, and then tomorrow night he's going to be at the Halligan Bar. Tonight I will be at the Halligan Bar, so come on out and have some fun with me. I'm there from 8 to 2. And then tomorrow night I'll be with Remains of Jade out there at Los Gatos and Boardman. So that's going to be one of us is going to go to jail that night, I know it.
And you guys were talking earlier about original bands. I know you and Bobby were talking about original bands, and Bobby even said, you know, hey, have these guys get out there, play some covers, build up their crowd.
Right.
That was what Remains did really well. You know, they threw together. I mean, they could play 4 hours. They play a lot of cover tunes you don't normally hear, and then they have their own music.
Well, and the thing is, what they do now is like I know tomorrow night they're going to be playing, but they're not going to. You won't hear too much off their album.
Right.
They'll be all cover songs,
Yeah.
and they're saving it for when they go on tour. Which I don't know if that's a good idea, bad idea. I mean, they got some good stuff. I want to hear it now. All right, heck, waiting. But I do know I'm the only one playing their music. So I don't think I'm the only one that's got the permission from the record company to do it right now. So
You hopefully have permission.
no, I do. I actually have it in writing. I do have it in writing. Thank God I got it in writing. I get sued. But anyway, hey, that's going to do it. I'm going to because I got to start wrapping up here. I still got to run down where to go and what to do. So I'm going to have to fly through all this. But I want a big thank you to Leadfoot for coming on the radio today.
Thanks for having
Bobby
us.
Fritz, and of course Mike, and Perfect Pair. When you guys play next?
Actually, next weekend we're in Geneva. After that, we're at the Austintown Fireworks Festival, Los Gallos, and then the Girard IFH Festival.
We're in Geneva.
Yankees.
Oh, there you go. We're just up there. It's her first time. I just took her up there to Geneva this past weekend. She's like, we can get in a lot of trouble up here. I'm like,
Very fun. There's a good time. Everyone up there has a good time.
get in a lot of trouble. Hey, but I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back after this. I got to get some messages out of the way. I'll be back right after this song and wrap things up, let you know the 3 W's, who, what, and where it's going on this weekend. The Facebook page.